welcome to A Night With, the show where we invite members of the TF2 community to discuss the game and the people who play it. Tonight we're on with Deputy7, a TF2 streamer who's been on Twitch for 4 years now, and on YouTube for earlier than that. Deputy, welcome to the show.
Hi, it's great to be here.
It's
up here. It's great to be up here.
Up here, yeah. It's great to have you on.
Room for me to have like this equal playing field, so
this is gonna be a very special episode of A Night With, because we've never done this before. I don't have my model out, but we've got a model up there, so I figured why not use it. That's gonna be better than spending any more time in SFM, honestly.
I get to have all the fun up here.
Yes, absolutely. So we've got a bunch of discussion topics today, and feel free to chime in. We'll pick out little comments that are coming in and talk about them when we want to.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and begin. Also, if there's any audio issues, bring it up right now. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Deputy.
Well, I am a pyro VTube guy by day and an actual human being by night. I like to do the gaming, and that kind of culminated into the streaming, and then, voice acting is also up there with me with, just the media production in me. I like anything media-wise. That's the fun part with me.
Okay. What do you use? You're a voice actor?
A little bit. It's freelance, 100%, but it's a startup. That's the dream job for me.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of roles have you taken on so far?
I have done minor work. Nothing super. I've done work for just a few ads, like stuff in the background. I've done one where for a family member, of course, but it was one where we were doing like a little pizza thing, a little pizza ad. So I can't give too many details on top of that, but I did voiceovers for a lot of stuff.
Hell yeah, that's sick. I've always kind of wanted to throw my hat into the ring of voice acting, but I'm busy already. I don't know if I can do it.
I'm busy. I can't do it.
Not only do I have to go to work, but I gotta stream and play games and stuff. That's so much.
Yeah, that's a lot. No, you're right. I should probably not do that. I just want to play games too.
So let's focus on TF2 really quick, because I know we have a big section coming up about Twitch later. What tell us a little bit about your experience in TF2. When did you start playing?
Oh my goodness, that is a nice, hefty, long story with many parts. So, when you're a kid and you have to like play it, you find a cool game to play, right? And your parents, they're your parents. They're not gonna want you to play anything crazy. TF2 is the most like violent game ever, and I remember the first time I installed it. It didn't take but a week for me to stop. for someone to catch up on me and just stop me right in my tracks. So I want to say like 12 years ago ish. I don't remember, but that's when I kind of started, and then I stopped, and then I started, and then I stopped, and then I became an adult, and now I can play whenever I want. Take that, Mom.
That's kind of similar to my story. Not 12 years ago. I started playing TF2 right when college started, so 2017, the fall of 2017. I moved out of the house. How old are you? How old am I? I'm 23.
You're 23. Well,
yeah, crazy, huh? I don't look my age. People tell me I'm old all the time.
You're not. Just the opposite. I thought you were 20 like me.
20? 20?
Yeah, 20.
No, I'm an old man.
I'm pretty old too.
20
is the new 40.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, see, people are saying I'm old in my chat. You guys suck. Stylistic. So I started playing TF2 in 2017, which is what, 5 years ago? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got it along with Skyrim on my laptop that my mom got me for college, because you can't tell me not to play games with guns in it anymore. So Here I am shooting people in video
Whoa,
games.
whoa, hey,
and
wait. You have
in
to say.
video
You have to
games.
say in games. You have to
Okay,
say.
well, in games I
video games.
shoot people,
There you go.
and because of that, I'm a violent person. And I'm more likely to cause issues in real life. None of that's true. This is my disclaimer. I'm talking to a Muppet up here.
He's
This
already
isn't
lost
jest.
his marbles.
Because
not a
I'm old and
Muppet, man.
senile.
You're a Muppet. I
You're not
have
a
feelings
Muppet.
too up here. Come on.
You've got a cool hat on. I don't have a
Oh,
cool
thank
hat.
you. I appreciate it. I'm ready for the holidays.
I should get a hat like that. Honestly, I should have.
It's great. It's a great stylistic choice.
I agree. So let's. When it comes to TF2, how many hours do you have in the game?
Bro, I'm rocking almost 5K. Like that milestone is about to be hit.
5,000 hours in
Yeah.
a game that hasn't been updated for 6 years.
2016 is when it was. I think 2018 maybe. Oh, it's all a blur.
That's how does that feel? So you've seen like a big part of TF2's lifespan. What do you think about it?
Like
not
I
getting
haven't.
touched in?
I will disclose. I have not been there since the very beginning. I'm not that old, right? Like I'm not 30. 30-year-olds. They'll say they've been in there since the beginning. I have not, but I have seen a lot of like a big time lapse of how everything works, and most of my time spent like I swear a good 1,000 hours is just me like not doing anything and having it like open while I'm doing something else because like I'm idling or something. I
Being
remember
idle.
those days.
Yeah.
The idle days, yeah.
The idle days. Back when I was an idol. Oh, miss it. I definitely have my amount of idle hours too. I think I'm at like 3K in the game or something like that.
You're at 3K and you're getting on me for having 5K? That's not very nice.
Well, I have 3K, but 2K of those are idle, so
So you're saying you only have 1K.
I'm saying I'm actually bad at the game, but I'm inflating it so that people don't think that's the case. Actually,
What?
is that so? Most of the time I have it's not 2/3 of my time in the game is not idle. Probably 1/8 of it is idle. But I've played a ton of NVM. That's probably where most of
Oh,
it's
me
at.
too. I love doing NVM. You know how
Dude.
I actually got very lucky. I'm a very lucky man.
What'd you
On my birthday I got a Medigun Aussie.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a
nice.
good clip for sure. I was streaming that one. I streamed
streaming?
all of my Aussies actually, yeah.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Actually, so the last MVM tour that I streamed, Hint Shot joined us, and he got an Aussie minigun. And it was his first
Oh,
Aussie ever,
cool.
and that was on stream. It was sick. He was freaking out. It was very fun.
That's a good one to get too.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
haven't gotten any
Some
cool.
people they get that like the 3 bumps like whoa, and it's like the extinguisher, and you're just like, oh dude,
The ambassador? You
get
kidding
me out of here.
Okay, you play Pyro, right?
No, how dare you stereotype me as a pyro
Well,
main?
I just had
Just
to like
'cause of my
peg you as
looks.
one or the other, and that's
I'll have you know, I like to play all the classes. I say this to everybody. Like of course they're gonna ask, hey, are you totally a pyro main, right? And like, no. I like to play. I'm a flex. I like to play it all. I like the pyro because well he's an emotionalist, so I like that as my face guy.
that is fair. That makes sense. Also, it's probably easier to deal with, I would imagine, in the
Oh, yeah.
software.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't. Yeah.
Well, so have you played Pyro the most? Is it?
I wish I had those stats up, but I will bet you my bottom dollar it's Soldier that has the most time.
Okay, mine too, honestly, and most of that's in Trollger. So, yeah.
Pyro's
So,
good. He's not top tier. You know what I mean?
The reason I bring it up is because you brought up the extinguisher as being a bad thing.
Oh.
How dare you?
Price wise, it's like worth 8 keys.
Okay.
It's like the lowest cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I can get behind, but we can agree that the extinguisher in game is sick.
No, I think if you get, are you talking like Australian or just like base item?
I'm talking like balance wise.
Well, on either side, I think extinguisher sucks. So yeah.
What? Why?
I don't think it's a good. I've power jacked since
Okay.
like forever, bro.
You've been indoctrinated. I get it.
Power Jack is a life
Power
with
Jack is...
Pyro.
Well, I mean, it's good to go fast, but you can go fast with the extinguisher.
You cannot. You can go fast back to spawn if that's what you're saying. Yeah.
You can, if you kill somebody, that speed boost feels great. And you extinguish them, but you do more damage. That's great.
I'm gonna try to make an X right now. Does
Okay.
this look like an X?
Yeah. The people were asking earlier, why do we have Photoshop open right here?
I'll give him some like googly eye. Look at that.
I could not tell you, but this guy's just gonna play around. And
I figured
make
it would
a
be
new
funny
Pokemon.
if I could visually describe everything with my board. I think it would be fun to look at.
Okay, I agree. Tell me more about your Soldier experience. Why do you like Soldier?
Why do I like Soldier?
That's right.
Well, the guy jumps, and he got rockets. You put the 2-2. It's just a great class. Now, I'll tell you this: he is the least broken class, in my opinion.
The least broken class
Yeah.
in TF2.
What do you think is the most broken class?
Broken?
Yeah, like functionally like glitched and cannot.
Oh.
Like, it has moments where it's like not playable.
Well, Spy has to be
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if you were talking broken, like too good, probably Sniper. But that's tentative.
That's a fair class to pick. He's absolutely broken because he can get all the damage with no fall off or anything. Like you don't see that anymore with shooters, especially with Battlefield. Don't get me started on Battlefield. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I won't.
How not to
I've
do
never
a game.
played it.
You've never played Battlefield?
No. Why would I?
Like
TF2's
you
right
gotta
here.
do that.
I would actually. So wait, Battlefield is the one that's like, you can chuck a bunch of mines onto a car and then explode them. The car goes flying.
Oh, I mean,
that
yeah, you could do the crazy. Yeah, you're right. You could do the crazy stuff and have a crazy time.
Wasn't there like a old YouTube series called Battlefield Friends?
Dude, I love Battlefield.
I love
Friends.
that stuff too. Okay, I would be totally down to play that with you sometime. That sounds
There
like
you
fun.
go. That's a good stuff. Yeah.
I was more of a Modern Warfare kid when it came to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 kid when it came to like actual shooty games. Until I found TF2 and then I was like, oh, this is way more fun. Why would I play any of these?
COD is not my spice. It's too mainstream for me.
I agree.
And not to sound like the hipster in the room, but it just like when everyone gravitates towards it, I'm just like, yeah, you shoot the guy and he dies. It's so bland compared to other shooters. You could just do better.
True. That's true. I can see that.
Overwatch is a good example of a mainstream title that I would consider to be like worth it. You know, it's got good stuff. Or you thought I was gonna say something negative about it?
Well, that's just like the TF2 Overwatch. You know, they're the same game. We have to hate each other now. I used to hate Overwatch until I started playing Overwatch 2, and besides the scummy business tactics, I'm never gonna condone that.
You can't play Ramada because you have to unlock a Ramatra.
Well, yes. Yeah, Ramatra.
I mean, I hate that. You can't. I bought the game years ago, but I can't play the new heroes.
Well,
today?
You didn't buy Overwatch 2.
I would have if I had an opportunity. I don't want to buy every battle pass to get the next hero. You know
That's
what I mean?
fair. And like I said, I will never ever condone the way that they're monetizing it. But gameplay wise, I think it's great. I love how it's like, it's so team oriented. It's like TF2 is not. I would say TF2, if you're playing just like casual or whatever, you're just running around shooting guys and it works. In Overwatch, you have to be like
it's a more competitive feeling game. They turned casual mode and they renamed it to unranked. If you know, so like they know what their market is, and that's a more competitive experience. TF2 has no competitive experience unless you go esport with it. You know.
And then that stuff you can't use half the items. So why would you ever do that?
speaking of little esports, I did my own like charity 9v9 Highlander. That was a nightmare. Let me tell you.
That sounds
Good
gross.
lord. Setting up a 9v9 Highlander is such a hard task to do because I was trying to get streamers involved, and it all worked out at the end. But good lord, if I didn't have people, there was, I'm not gonna name names, but somebody overslept, and he said he went through 3 alarms before he like finally woke up, and I just that was a fun charity though. That was a fun charity.
That sounds.
I
like
would
a
do
lot
it again.
of fun. I would totally join. I'm not good at TF2, but I would absolutely join.
You would fit right in. There was like a mix of pros and noobs all right around.
It's noob. Okay.
You still say noobs? What's the new noob word?
What? That I don't know. Dude, I'm 20. I'm 23. I'm an old man.
23?
Yeah,
Man.
Remember?
Yeah, you told me.
I think that some of the youngins are calling them L takers.
L taker? I've never heard of that phrasing.
You've never heard
before.
L taker?
I've
Good,
heard
because
of,
I just
like,
made it up.
Oh, I knew it. All right. Come up with your own thing.
Noob seems like it's still the vernacular.
But if you get called a noob, that's like super, like, who cares, right? That's the easiest thing to be called on the internet, I feel.
Being called a noob, it's like more on them than you, in my experience.
Yeah, because it's kind of childish to say that, you know?
Yes, absolutely. That being the case, I've heard I've heard people call me way worse things in Overwatch as of late because
oh, bro.
it's
Overwatch is toxic. TF2's toxic too.
TF2's toxic, but it's like, okay, so I was talking with friends about this the other day. It's like TF2 is like it's weird, but the toxic people in my experience have conglomerated into like one space, and usually it's like the one pastime game that's going on, or like one,
which is the only pastime game going on, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember joining one once and immediately just like slurs were thrown at me from my whole team, and then I was kicked, and I was like,
yeah, welcome to TF2.
I was like, what?
I hate to say it, TF2 is way more toxic in every regard. If you got more skin in the game, you would know. There is way more toxic instances. Because in Overwatch, you get by one game, and you get like that one bad teammate, you know, and you're done. Like it's only solidified in that game, right? That one match. You play MVM against like with toxic people, they're gonna track your profile down and like make sure you never have fun in MVM ever again. That's true. It's really sad.
True. MVM, I think, has like like 3/4 of all the toxicity in TF2 at this point. That's being too generous, but
3/4.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Someone said TF2 is like an alcoholic brother and Overwatch is like an alcoholic uncle.
So Overwatch is older in that scenario?
Overwatch is less intrusive, I guess. I work on that one. You're getting somewhere though. Overwatch.
We're getting somewhere.
I have had some bad matches in Overwatch, like toxic wise. It's almost every single one in ranked. Ranked is just constant, like you're trash, change your character, quit, blah blah blah.
In the new terminology they use is diff, like tank diff.
Yep.
You know, Hanzo diff.
But that's like almost kind. That's almost like, you know.
I don't think so.
Well, the way I read it, it's like our tank is worse than your tank.
Yeah,
and so that's
really
why we
mean
lost.
To say in general, you know.
Well, I guess it's pretty mean.
But
the
whole reason we lost that game was because of one person on our team. And when you play as tank, which I do a lot, it's way more focused on you if that becomes the matchup. You know,
that's
if you die more, you are the reason we lost, type of deal. You know, it's not a fun thing to feel.
That is very true. I do think that it's kind of, well, both of them are toxic. Don't get me wrong. Both of them are bad.
Are they the most toxic games? They're up there.
Ooh,
they can get up there, but Rust is way worse.
League of Legends sounds bad. I've never played it.
I forgot about League. Yeah, that one.
Have you ever played
Yikes.
League of Legends?
No, because
Okay.
I don't want to. It's like,
You-
consider me gatekeeped. I don't want to touch that game.
I have only heard bad things about the game. I don't think I've ever heard a good thing about League of Legends besides
Even
Arcane.
people that play it never have a good thing. The same thing with Rainbow Six players. They have nothing good to say.
Rainbow Six. I had a stint in Rainbow Six before.
A
That was
stint?
a lot of fun.
What kind?
Like a month and a half long stint.
Uh-huh.
And
It's a long stint, my guy.
well, thank you. Do you know the heroes in that game or whatever? The characters, the classes?
The operators.
The operators. Can you guess which one I mained?
You look like a Pulse.
I don't even know who that is, so no.
You don't know who Pulse? Are we talking about Rainbow Six Siege, by the way?
I think so. I
good.
cannot
You don't know who
remember
Pulse is?
all the names. Pulse. What do they look like?
He's the bald guy.
Oh, the heart monitor dude.
Yeah, heart. Yeah.
Yes. No, I'd never played him.
Oh,
Not
okay,
once,
that makes
actually.
sense.
I'm much more of a
I give
shitter
up.
than you think I am.
I don't know. I can't get a good beat on you. What do you play?
I made Montaigne.
Montaigne.
Oh, dude.
Gosh.
I have never had more fun in a game. That's a lie. I've never had more fun in a shooty game that isn't TF2 or Overwatch. Than when I was playing Montaigne. My team goes in, plants a bomb in the corner, and they tell me to run in and then just set up with my back against the wall, so that like my third's shield absolutely covers everything, and they just have to watch me like sit there on the bomb. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I
it's
also
very
love-
stressful game too.
Yes, absolutely. I also love
Absolutely.
Blitz. But that was when I am like,
They nerfed the crap
moving.
out of those guys, by the way. They're
yeah,
not the best.
it sucks. Shields
I love
deserve
them
more
too.
power.
They're fun.
Dude, that's what I did in Modern Warfare 2. I freaking the shield in that game was busted. You could like tank a plane flying over with a giant gun. You could just look up with your shield and it would just go like your whole screen is shaking like crazy, and then you're totally fine. It was awesome.
Sounds like a very balanced game experience.
I personally loved it because I used the shield. Since I hate Valorant, me too. I've never played it, but I also hate it.
Yeah, big turnoff when they say that they have to like put a like anti-cheat in the core of your computer that you can never take out, and it's like,
Yeah.
gonna monitor everything in your computer. That's kind of a turnoff for me, you know.
Absolutely, dude. Freaking, I hate multiverses for the same reason. For some reason, they're
doesn't
like,
have an anti-cheat.
yeah, it does. When you download it, it says like, well, here's this anti-cheat thing, and I'm like, okay. And it didn't let me run the game ever because I couldn't get the anti-cheat to work on. Like, I couldn't get a license for the anti-cheat or whatever to work on my computer.
Oh,
So I
see.
haven't played multiverses.
Well, that's just a common L taker thing, honestly.
Oh God.
I'm putting an emotion.
See, that makes you seem even older because you're not young and you're saying it.
Bro. Not cool, man.
I'm just telling it how the kids say it. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't that way.
These kids these days saying all their nonsense,
Oh, the vernacular sucks.
doing their
dude.
Fortnite dances.
TF2. What is your
Yes.
favorite map to play on?
Favorite map?
Yeah.
Let's start bigger and say I like the Koth game mode the most out of all the others.
Okay.
Payload's good, but Koth is where it's at. It's more fun. It's more centralized. You know, it's more mirror matched, so it doesn't feel like unbalanced in any way to me.
Okay.
And I definitely love Harvest. Harvest is such a fun one to play.
I love Harvest too. As a troller, I have to love Harvest.
Yeah.
And as a previous sniper main too. Harvest is a lot of fun. What's your least favorite map to play on?
Too many to count. How about Whatville? That's in the season right now.
Oh, is it? I don't think I've ever played on Whatville.
It's a seasonal Smith map, and trust me, it was bad. On release, it would crash your game because of how many
Really?
assets were in it. It's
So it's just like super poorly optimized?
Yeah, that, and it's just way too much stuff on the screen, you know? Like
Mm,
like put a glitter bomb in your room and then put another glitter bomb in your room and then clang them together until they explode. That's what it looked like.
Someone in chat just said, "Whatville rocks," and I'll fight you about it.
I will win that fight. I will take you on like Donkey Kong or whatever they say.
Honestly, dude, that I have just seen pictures of Whatville, and I have to agree with Deputy. That
Thank
shit is like, that's like freaking the Grinch land. What is that place called?
Land? I think that's because
Whoville?
like the Whoville, yeah, it's
Whoville.
Whatville.
Oh,
So
oh.
it's a play on Whoville.
Oh my god! So they also had to make it grating and nasty looking. Yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are not liking Whatville. Good. Honestly, that's fair. And I assume it's poorly balanced. It's bad balance-wise too. Doesn't have like super long sight lines, and like you could just hide sentries in trees and stuff.
Oh yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
That is fair. What do you have? What do you think of the way Valve is currently treating TF2?
I tried my hardest to make the Twitch logo. It does not look like that, does it? What was your question?
What do you think of the way Valve is currently treating TF2?
Like an abandoned child? Like, yeah, they haven't treated TF2 to anything in recent years. It's a pretty like on its own kind of thing. It's been that way for a while, I would say, which is not the best, but there's worse fates for a game. I think. I think TF2 is a pretty undead experience because like you feel like that game should have died a while ago because of how most games die. Like it's such a short term now. I need to see the logo. I cannot. I gotta like look at the logo to do this right.
Why are you trying to put a face on it? It doesn't have a face anymore.
It doesn't have a face on it?
I don't think so. I think it's a pause button.
Oh my goodness. Well, it has
Hello.
eyes.
Hello, viewers. It's good to see you guys. Does it? I'm not a graphic artist. Even though I made this lovely text scroll that y'all are seeing. Ooh.
I'm not one either, even though I try my hardest.
Big Whatville, man. I like to see it.
There we go. So
There
I
it
just
is.
quickly drew this real quick. And,
Are those eyeballs?
Yeah,
that
those
what
are
it's
eyeballs.
supposed to be?
Yeah, because in the logo, like when they do the intro, they blink. Like they do like a little squish, a little blinky blink.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
It sees you too.
Isn't it? It's almost like I reach out and grab it, but I can't.
These are practically the same. You know what I mean? Like these are.
All right.
Like
So
you could
when,
not.
what do you think? Is Twitch gonna like pay you for the new rendition?
They should. And
They'll-
if they don't, if I don't hear back from them, I demand partnered status immediately for
Wow.
this. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's a really good. That's a really good turning point. Tell me about how you think it is becoming a partner on Twitch.
All right, we're converting to Twitch.
Yeah. So
Put
we
that
have
up
a
on the-
huge
on the
Twitch
edit.
segment ready to go.
Huge, like put out an overlay, big Twitch time. It's Twitch time.
Why are
Twitch
you
time. That's
telling
a-
me
that's
to
a
do
good
it?
segment.
You can literally
I'm telling
write...
you in the future to do it. Okay, well
Oh.
I'll do it.
Yeah, just do it. Twitch. Hot time. Twitch time. Let's talk
Yeah.
about why Twitch is garbage.
Twitch is not garbage, but it is garbage, and it can be garbage if you see in the future. Let's begin.
Okay.
All right. So your first question was, how hard is it to become partnered? Well, let's put this in perspective here. So you're here, right? What would you say your average viewership is?
I get an average of about 3 viewers per stream still.
About 3 per stream. Okay.
Yep.
That's a common starting point.
Yes. That's how much it takes to become a affiliate.
That's why you guys should like and subscribe right now.
You heard it from the Muppet up there, not me. So now you have to do
Who
it.
are you calling a Muppet?
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
0 to 3 average is very solid. It's a good starting point. I would say I'm about, so that we got 0 to 3, then we have 0. No, my bad. That's not how graphs work. We got what I would say 3 to 10, and then we have 11 to 15 is what I would do that right there.
Mhm.
And then I'm at 20. I'm at a solid 20 to 25.
That's not bad.
So my experience stops here, right? And
Yes.
you're thinking to yourself, oh, it's not this hard to get from point A to point B. Well, no, the graph lies, as every graph does. Learn statistics, you'll figure it out. All graphs are basically lies because they never can show the full truth without straining on some context. So here we go. This is not the end point. This is the 40s, okay? If you go all the way like this, and no, this is not me trying to direct you somewhere else. This is the same graph. Right here is partnered status, right there at the very end.
Yes.
And you have to go through so many other iterations and averages before you can get there.
What is it? 75 average viewers?
70 average, yes.
70.
It is a very hard task to do.
That's-
Jumping from 0 to 3 to 3 to 10 is pretty hard. It's a pretty hard task when you're a beginner. Doing the same thing, going from 0 to 3 to 20 to 25, that takes years.
Mhm.
That takes years of experience of building a community, right?
Absolutely.
Blowing up to 40 average, that's awesome. That's awesome. But getting to the 70, and it's not just the 70 average that you need. You need to have clout, or I call it clout, but you need to have viewership and attention on other platforms. Twitch does not just let you have it if you have the average viewership on their platform. You need to have your Twitter. I mean, we don't have to talk about Twitter today, but your YouTube needs to be on par with that. You have to have 10,000 people subscribe to you on YouTube at least to be considered. It is not an easy task, and they made it that way because they only really want the people that can promote them to be partnered with them. So that's kind of what you got to deal with when you have this perspective. It is a long road, and I'm not anywhere close to that partnered status. I can't give you the best experience, but I can give you a pretty detailed experience of what it's like to be in that 20 to 25 range.
Yeah.
So
Tell me
yeah,
about it.
let's rock and roll with it.
When it comes to let's talk schedule a little bit, because I think that it's important, and also let's talk content, what's actually in your content. I try to stream every single day for at least an hour. And I know that that's commonly seen as not very good for you. But for me, honestly, it kind of just helps with consistency. It's a schedule. I get home from working out after work, and then I sit down, stream, then get off, cook, and then do whatever else for the rest of the night. How often do you stream?
How often doesn't really matter too much, but when you're beginning, it absolutely matters. I would say that. I stream, let's say we start Thursday, we end Sunday, not too many days of the week.
Okay.
But remaining consistent is super important. Your viewers need to know when you go live, and they can base their time around that. If you always go live at 3, and then you decide to go live at 2, well, people aren't going to be ready to watch you at 2. You have to communicate with your people, your audience, to let them know when you're streaming. When you're just starting out, it's so awesome because you get to have all the playtime as you that you want. Because if no one's there, right, the only objective is to get somebody seated there. What's streaming if someone's not watching and communicating with it, with you, interacting with you. So it's important to play the games that people can connect to, that they want to watch, and stream at times when the most people would be there.
That's a good point. When it comes to content specifically, I'm in a little bit of a weird rut right now because we were discussing this in earlier DMs. Right now, I'm in a huge Overwatch phase. Like, I'm starting to get into the game and I'm starting to feel like I really want to be getting good at it because it's a fun game to play. Now, the problem with that is that so is literally everybody else on Twitch. Like, Overwatch has so many people streaming it right now. And, like, 95%, 99% of who's watching Overwatch are in, like, the top 8 or so channels or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Versus,
and that's the problem with Overwatch, is that there's way too many people, and that there's way too many big wigs that are kind of holding that top bracket. You want to play games that have at least an opportunity, a chance to get you in the top bracket or the top 2 brackets. When I say bracket, I mean like when you scroll through the live streams, you see all the channels and it's like listed off, and I call those brackets. Every row is a bracket of streamers and with different averages, ranked high to low. And if you're at the very bottom of that with 0 to 3 and you're just starting out, you're not going to make it. No one can find you if you start at the very bottom, you know?
That's true. It's true. Unless you get some sort of gift from God, freaking raid or something like that from one of the big ones. Even then, that'll
hoping
peter
for
out.
ifs doesn't really work. I think part of the fun for me, at least when I do streaming, is part of the hobby is the numbers behind it. You know, evaluating what you did right and what you did wrong.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you can do something really awesome, like, oh, this was a really cool bit. We did a really cool new thing today. Or, hey, this new thing, this new game that we played, it's not really shaping up. And the viewers at that time can tell you that. Yeah, people pay with their attention. If they're not wanting to give you that attention, it's best to just move on from it. If something's giving you a lot of attention and you enjoy it, that's a win-win. And you gotta just spearhead that, you know?
It's true. And then you've got to dip into it super hard. Then the problem is, once you do dip into it super hard, what happens? You all of a sudden have an audience that watches you for your whatever, for your My Singing Monsters stream or whatever. And they're only there like, what are you playing My Singing Monsters again?
Have you done that?
No, never. But I'm just throwing out a game that people would probably watch or something. I don't know. People said that they just got an ad break with 5 ads.
Oh,
disgusting. That's so gross. Thank you for watching them. I appreciate it. But
I'm glad that happened. Not because someone's watching ads right now and they can't hear this, but we can discuss why ads are ruining Twitch as a system.
Yes.
But first, let me finish. My expertly crafted masterclass looking diagram, my Venn diagram over here, I can tell you. It's supposed to say game good. It's hard to draw in PowerPoint. Game good, stream good equal you good is what that would say. So as long as you can enjoy the game that you're playing and the stream enjoys the game that you're playing, that is a match made in heaven. And you want to find that equilibrium of, you know, finding that game that you like and finding the game that they like, because that matters too. You can't just play games that you like. You know, you can play COD all you want. Yeah, but no one's gonna want to watch you play COD. You can play Minecraft all you want because people like that the most. But if you're not enjoying that, it's not going to work out because people are eventually going to realize that you're not even having fun with it. And why should they? So they're going to move on. It's that balance.
That makes sense.
Now we can talk about the ads of how terrible they are. Good Lord.
Okay. I have actually ended up doing something a little bit funky with Twitch. Right now, monetization is not the biggest thing in the world to me because when it comes to growing a channel, it's not helping. Like I'm not sitting here saying like, everybody give me money because then I'm going to be able to grow as a channel and get whatever. No, I have a good setup. That's not a part of it. But when it comes to basically reaping the reward of working, this is a hobby, but it takes work. I want to try to monetize off of it a little bit. So I turned on ads a while ago. As of late, I have seen people commenting saying that they're getting like 5 ads per break or something like that. That's ridiculous. It did not used to be like that as far as I know.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't And the reason why is because the CEO was kind of like, "Hey, we want more money." So, yeah, every streamer, no matter how, your size, you're connected to that viewer base, and that's what they want. So, whether it ruins your like interaction time with them, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter to them, which I think is really scummy. Because
Yes.
people, when they join a stream and they see like a minute worth of like ads that they have to watch before they watch you,
They
I
click
haven't
off
even
right
seen
away.
your face yet, and I just don't want to watch you. I want to go do something else now.
Yes.
So it hurts you, it hurts them in the long run, and it's just not fun to be a consumer of content on this platform with those ads. It's just YouTube. That's why YouTube is really trucking in and becoming a powerhouse on streaming, because they have a better percentage for all streamers or that are on there. They don't do ads as crazy because you know the ads on YouTube. It's
Mhm.
like 15 seconds, like 30 at most, right? It's not
Yes.
going to take all your time, and they're skippable. That's so good. We like that. Twitch doesn't have skippable ads, and that's infuriating to me.
I agree. I actually ended up changing my entire monetization strategy. I actually don't want people to even subscribe to me on Twitch. I don't want people to like cheering bits is fine, whatever. But I think that it's ridiculous that Twitch even just takes half of a subscription cut just like that. And they're like, you like feel free to play ads and stuff and ask for subscriptions, but we're gonna take some of that money. But I'm kind of breaking away. When it comes to ads specifically, I think that those are extra ridiculous because Twitch says you don't need to play that many ads. You get to choose just how many ads you want on your stream. Do you want like 3 minutes per hour or do you want like 1 minute per hour? Like that's up to you. But if you don't do 3 minutes per hour, then you get practically nothing from every single cut. And it's like, are you seriously?
They get their
That's
due anyway.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Even
they
if you go for the bare minimum, it's still frequent enough to where you're still basically getting 3 minutes worth of ads every hour. Um, but yeah, the strategy just doesn't work. I get more money when people watch me. You know what I mean? So
mhm,
the having ads roll or whatever, it's infuriating. And then dealing with people in chat going like, "I have ads," like we seen there. It's not like on him or her that
right.
they got ads and they're complaining about it. It's not on us, but we can't communicate that because not everyone is in the know about how the ads even work on Twitch,
Yes.
and it all just trickles into like a big like it makes you want to go I hate all of that.
That's why I ended up
Not fun.
switching that's why I ended up switching the entire strategy. I no longer want people trying to support me through Twitch because it doesn't work. I would prefer to have no ads on Twitch and have people come and support me with like not their time watching an ad which should be me, but whatever they feel like they want to. That's why I started up a Patreon a while ago and I was like, look, if you want perks, if you want good stuff, if you want like to support me, this is where you should do it because the cut is nowhere near as much as Twitch does, and you also don't actively lose out on like things that you want, like watching me. I think that it's I don't know. I think that it's ridiculous. I had to switch my whole thing up because I was getting sick of Twitch.
And
Uh,
the sad part is partners don't even have it better than us. Like this is it. Even when you're a partner, it's just that's how it's gonna be.
at that point, you're just getting enough money to where you're like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'll put up with it, I guess.
I guess I'll deal with you today.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
the beauty of Twitch in general, is that you can just press the button and you can just be on your way. It's that easy. Anyone can do it. That's why there's so many people on Twitch, is because it's as easy as setting it up and pressing the button. But
Yep.
do you want to know a fun fact? I got a fun fact for you.
I love
Do
fun
you know what the
facts.
1% of Twitch users are? Like the top, what average do you think you need to be at the very top? The very top of the 1% on Twitch.
What average of like viewers?
Yeah, we're talking your XQCs, your your Seagulls, your Shrouds. Like, what is the top 1%, do you think, for like average viewers?
5K.
5K. You think the 1% of Twitch people have 5K viewers?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You'll be surprised to learn that to be the 1% on Twitch, you only need 25 average viewers.
Really?
To be the 1% on this platform.
I feel like I have heard that somewhere where it's like tiny. It's like not
It's super
even
tiny.
70 like it needs to be a friggin' partner.
Now, don't get too excited. What that really means is how many people you're fighting, like at the very beginning. So you see that you only need 25 average. That's great, but guess why it's like that? Even with the XQCs and the big boys playing up there, you know, like with their like hundreds of thousands of viewers trickling to like as low as 1K viewers, like that's a big deal.
Mhm.
But you have a sea, an actual ocean of people who are rocking 0 viewers, like 0, 1, 2, 3, like they're just rocking the bare rock bottom, and there's so many of them that it weighs the average down so much that is the average. So it's more of a testament to how many people are competing against you at the very beginning than anything. You're fighting for those views.
That makes sense. The fight's very tough down here then.
Yes, it is.
That's
And
why
most people don't realize how tough it can really be. When you're fighting tooth and nail to just be seen on this platform, there's not a lot of people that watch Twitch compared to YouTube.
Mhm.
So the people that do show up here, well, they like their certain niche, their own genre of content, whether that be the battle royales, your FPSs, your class-based shooters, your puzzle games, chess, for goodness sake. There's audiences for all those things, but you're fighting with people who are also just as easily pressing that button because of how easy it is to just do it. And now you're trying to get that leg up. So the big question is, how do you get the leg up? How do you like swim out of that ocean and into a higher place, you know, like a higher percentage?
Absolutely. That's a really good question. And that's where I think that so I figure there's like a few different ways. One of the ways, if you're actually insane at whatever game you're playing, I think of Banny, for example. That dude is so good at TF2, people are going to come and watch no matter what. Because it's like, how is he doing this? How is he hitting pipes like that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, his game sense is crazy. And Banny could just be silent on stream, and people would still be interested to watch it. And then you've got the people that are humongous personalities that they're just so goofy that you have to go and watch them. I think of Germa probably is the main one that comes to mind, where it's like, he's not skilled at the games that he plays. You're not watching Germa for the skill.
But he's super funny.
He's so funny. He doesn't
So
have
funny.
to do anything. He sits there and eats a burger,
He
and
pressed
people
a
like,
fart button during the
yeah,
he just makes it work, you know?
and it's awesome. I'm so happy that like that is an option for him to have. Like, I am sucking up to him because someday I want to have him on stream and talk about TF2. I think that'd be funny. But then you've got the people who are like me, where I think that I'm doing my very best to not only put across my personality, which I know is like just because I've been around for a while, I know that people think I have a likable personality. But then I'm trying to couple that really heavy with quality UI, quality equipment that people can look at and be like, oh, he looks like he knows what he's doing video-wise, audio-wise. Because that's like what I studied in college, so I have to know what I'm doing here. I don't think that's enough, though.
If you got a degree backing you up, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The do's and don'ts of Twitch, I'm not going to write this down because clearly my penmanship on Photoshop is not to be desired. But a good do would be to play the ratio. And what is the ratio? Glad you asked.
I have no idea what the ratio is.
Yeah. So, a common thing when you go to a stream. Let's go to TF2 right now, actually, since we're doing this live. Ooh. Whoa, we're doing it live. We can actually look at it.
Uh-oh. Are you pulling it up or should I
TF2
pull
right
it
now?
up?
I can show, I think.
Okay.
Hiya!
Nice. Oh, that was me. Crazy. Oh yeah.
See, I
Pokemon.
lost it here, though. There you are.
Oh, Splatoon 3.
So, TF2. You would think that this is the ratio. How many people are watching versus how many people are followed to, like, get ready to watch. Because when you press this button here, it tells Twitch, like, whenever people are live to show you, like, a featured selection of those. And you would think,
Really?
man,
Okay.
1.2 million people are followed and being shown my content when they're doing their thing. That's huge, right? You would think.
Right.
And no, this number is worthless. Actually, like, this is not a good number to base it off of. This one kind of is. So, oh, look at that. Funky's playing. I like Funky.
Nice, me too.
He's a good dude. So, you know, you got your big boys over here, and I'm sorry, but you can almost not see this one, but we scroll down. Oh, say you.
That's me.
Nice. So when a good rule of thumb is, it took me like a few scrolls to get to you.
Yep. People mostly aren't gonna do that.
It's super easy on this category to be seen because of how little you really have to do to be up here. So
right.
Even on the first row, we start going into 23. So if you can muster anything over 10 viewers, you can basically be in that Goldilocks zone where you can be seen by the most people when they click on this category, and you have a chance to grow even more because of that, because more people are like, oh, I want to watch you because you're new. Let's see what you got.
Right.
So drawing that viewership in, all it really takes is that first initial, like, being seen, right?
Yeah.
This is the golden ratio. How many people are streaming versus how many people are wanting to watch. TF2 is an enigma because we can get into that. We can get into that. I want to show you an example of a really bad category. We could do Overwatch because we were discussing that. You got your big league guys. You got the big boys. I don't know what's going on over here with that, but we keep going down, and then we're just gonna let's just keep going down. You know, we'll just let it go. We'll let it ride for a second and see where we're at. So already you can probably see that, like, clearly TF2 isn't as populated as this, and now we're reaching the stuff that where you would be in this category if you were streaming it right now.
Well,
do you know how far it took me to scroll down to where you would be?
Yeah, forever.
To show, like, to even have a chance to be seen.
And then after that, there's loads and loads and loads.
Oh, you don't even want to know how long it takes to get to the very bottom of this category.
Yeah. Because this
is your 81... sea. This is the ocean you fight against when you're doing streaming. It's just nothing but, it's just a lot, you know?
So the ratio, you're looking for number of people watching total versus the people streaming it.
Yes.
That makes sense.
But a caveat to that is you're not looking at, like, when we go to the very top, we're not being like, oh, he has 16,000 people watching him. So if I stream, like, those people are going to want to watch me. It doesn't trickle down. Just like how economics doesn't trickle down. This guy's viewership is not going to go to you after you're done. There's a chance that it's going to go to this guy, you know?
Right.
And then this guy.
So they're all passing it between each other with raids and stuff like that.
Yeah, so when you're in these big league streams, these people are not going to want to share with smaller people. But, you know, you have to play it by hand, which you decide whether or not it's good. Darktide's a good example of a solid game that has, like, a good amount of viewership. Of course, it's got drops, and if you see a game that has drops, I would probably bounce on that at the time, because you're seeing a lot of active. It's not a bad thing, because you get a stigma that's like, oh, that viewership's fake, you know? Oh, man. But it's not like it's botted accounts. Those are real human beings who are trying to collect a reward just from watching Twitch. So it just activates more people to want to, like, watch you in the first place. That's not fake viewerships. That's more attention that you have of real people wanting to just, you know, AFK on your stream. Yeah. And then you have an opportunity at that point to, you know, entice them into wanting to watch more of you, be their go-to. So
that's actually exactly what I did early on, because when I started streaming, That was 2 years ago on my birthday or whatever. Can't remember exactly. Or not my birthday, my anniversary day. And what I ended up doing was getting into Face It. I got into Face It hard. And Face It was like...
Face It sucks, bro.
Face It sucked, yes. I'm not affiliated with them anymore, so I could say that. But I was welcomed into their thing, and they were like, here's drops that like people can get by watching you. And I was like, oh, cool. And at that time, I was peaking at like 40 viewers a stream. Which now, a lot of them are fake. A lot of them were fake because of Face It.
Yeah, I was about to go into how, unlike Twitch drops and how that system works, Face It was a totally quote-unquote botted experience because those viewers were not even coming through Twitch. It was a third-party site that they were watching you from, so they couldn't even interact with you type of deal.
Which
just wasn't right.
Super yucky. But one of the good things that it did give me, I got raided one night. And like a raid, whatever. But this raid was by Array7. Array7 raided me, and immediately so many people were like, "Oh my gosh, look at it! Like, this is such a good stream. You sound good. You look good. Like, things are."
I wish people would say that to me. Jeez, sorry.
It was surreal, and I keep on like reaching for that moment. That's like, I want it to be like when I start to get like a bunch of people subscribing to me on YouTube, watching me on Twitch, whatever. I want them to be like, how have I never seen this guy? He's got like everything going on. He sounds good. Like it's work. How did I not see this guy before? That's my goal. I think that my biggest problem right now with Twitch specifically is I am not playing the games that people want to see. I'm not playing the ratio at all. I'm playing Overwatch because I have fun with it.
If again, having fun in the game is totally like it's the whole reason you're doing it. You're having fun. It's a hobby, for goodness sake. It's a hobby to just sit down and do it. But part of the hobby of streaming in general, if you want to accelerate those numbers and like have more interactions, because I find the most enjoyment when more people can come and interact with me in the first place, when people can talk to me and share a laugh. Is sharing memories is the whole point of like streaming in my perspective. So when you play the ratio, it doesn't mean you have to just play games that are going to get those viewers. Play the games that you like to play, but narrow it down more finely, so you have like a solid 5 games that would work with viewers and with you, instead of having like 100 games to rock with no viewers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or that one game that doesn't work with viewers, but it works with you a lot. You know what I mean?
I think that makes sense. Would you do me a favor, really quick? On Twitch, would you look up Guilty Gear Strive?
Guilty Gear Strife?
Strive. STRIVE.
Hold on. Let me take
as a category. I'm curious because that's a game that I like to play, and I'm pretty good at it. I'm decent at it.
Guilty. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah. I will not show my bad spelling.
That's part of it, though.
Okay.
1.2 thousand.
Again, you don't look at this. I know it's enticing to look at. These numbers, they're lying to you.
Before you told me about what that means, I had never seen that number and I never knew what it meant. So,
well, I'm sorry, but it's good to know to not trust it. It's not a trustworthy number at all.
Absolutely.
Because I can show you real quick why that is. But you got, for instance, you got some big boys up here. You scroll a little bit down, boom, look at this. I love that. I love that for your category. Because you only have to go down 2 brackets to get to the 20s. And remember, that's the cutoff to the 1%, Mm-hmm. Now we're getting into the sea of people that are way lower than that, right?
Yeah.
And you can very easily make your way up to this category if you work hard on it. It takes commitment. A lot of people don't realize that when you focus on a game, you can't just be into the community unless you've been with that community for years, either on the back end with playing with people or straight up in the streaming, like all at once. Mm-hmm. Another reason why TF2's is an enigma is if you stick with it, people stick with you. That's the one category I would say has like this weird draw. I want to talk about TF2 like category wise in a moment, but just know that when you play games like this, you just gotta stick with it, and you can rise to this level very easily, in my opinion.
I think that that's something I'm gonna try to do, because I have been meaning to get back into this game, and I think that my worry. So, just me, like hobby wise, I'm sitting here like I have so many games I want to play. I never have time to play them because I have to work and I have to do a bunch of stuff, and then I play. I think that streaming, I'm gonna try to fit in games that I'm not playing all the time on stream. And if I can play Guilty Gear, actually, this is kind of a fun fact. In that game, there's a character called Anji Mito, and he's a dancer type deal, something like that. And he's actually got. Next week, there's an anime convention that I'm going to, and I have a cosplay for that character. Probably would be a big brain idea to pop into a stream in a cosplay and then say I'm gonna play this character on stream.
There you go.
I'll probably have
you guys stay committed to it, and I like that angle, because a big part of being seen on this platform is to have something different. If you're just doing the same thing that another streamer is doing, you're not spicing it up enough. People are not going to have a reason to go to your thing. I love Doug. Do you watch Doug?
Heck yeah, I love Doug. He's
the Doug has a second channel, and he spent an hour explaining what it takes to grow on a platform, and I thought that was a really great video, and I highly encourage you to give it a watch. He does a great job explaining how like what spices you need to add to elevate yourself, instead of doing the exact same thing that someone else is doing and stagnating and not adding anything to that. It's just a good idea to just do your thing, make it yours, original. That's the key word there, original.
I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna have to focus on that for sure.
Cosplay is a good avenue for that.
It's fun.
Good attention.
I'm starting to enjoy it a lot. Unfortunately, we just hit an hour and 3 minutes. Now, I want to try to do this again, I think.
We out of time?
I think that we're out of time for today. But we got a lot of this stuff. I want to do another one soon. You can have the first two-parter a night with.
A two-parter?
Yeah.
Well, I got a lot more to say, so if we got another part to do, that's fine by me. I'm happy to talk about the TF2 category, how weird it is compared to the others, how once you're in, it's hard to get out, and all that stuff in between. But thanks for having me. This is really fun.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of fun with this.
I mean, honestly, I'm against having somebody in the top left of my stream, or top right of my stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I caught myself. But I do want to do this more, and you know what? I wonder if something like this is possible during a game. That would be fun.
Like while we're playing something?
Yeah. Could you you could be over there.
Power washing simulator?
Is there a co-op mode on that?
Yeah, there's co-op mode on. There's 8-player co-op on that.
What?
I know.
Why? That's awesome.
Why? That's a good thing.
Well, I get what power washing
Why is
team
it so
has
awesome?
8
I don't
people
know.
on it. That's what I've never. That sounds awesome. Yes, I would love to do a power washer simulator co-op stream with you like this. I think this would be fun.
Yay! I'm down for that. Woo!
Well,
Yay!
we will definitely work stuff like that out, and also maybe YouTube video collabs. Who freaking knows? I just met this guy. Well, he just got in contact with me. What was it, last week? Or something like that?
I enjoyed your podcast, and I was listening, and you were talking about how to network with people and how hard it is to even start that. We haven't even talked about networking. We gotta put that on the list of things that we gotta talk about next time.
Yes, I have a list down here getting made that's TF2 category networking. I've got a bunch of stuff ready to talk about. I think that it's gonna make for a very interesting episode too. I'm really psyched about it. This was a lot of fun too. You're a chill VTuber, my guy.
Oh, thank you. I'm not a VTuber though. This is a facade. I am a Muppet.
You don't want to see who's hiding behind this screen with their hand up this guy. He looks scarily like Sniper from TF2.
Yeah, yeah. Some say I actually look like what the pyro was supposed to look like. Yeah, not really though. That guy looks weird.
He does look weird. But okay, that's gonna be the end of this stream. Thank you everybody for coming in. Everybody new. Let me thank a couple of followers who came in.
Bye,
Sly
everybody.
Fox and Sacred Beaver. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And
Yeah,
thank
share your
everybody for watching.
socials real quick so they know where to listen to the podcast.
My socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bot that should actually help me out with that. YouTube. My YouTube channel is Daws with 2 underscores. I am actually, if you just go into Google and look up DAWS with 2 underscores after it, I am the first thing that pops up, which is very fun, I think. Except for Chris, thank you for the follow. And then I also have a Twitter, which I am trying really hard to use, but I hate Twitter so much right now. It's like, screw it. What else? A Patreon. I have a Discord server. That's actually probably the best thing to plug right now.
Yeah, plug that.
Because we have a very small community right now, but it's growing, and I'm having a ton of fun just hanging out with people. And it's like another friend group. And it's really, really nice to have. So I just chucked in chat. It'll be in the description of the YouTube video that's getting made out of this. And do you want to plug some socials quick?
Yeah,
Mr.
I got a
Dep-
Twitter. I got a Twitter, Deputy778, I think is because I couldn't lock Deputy7 on there,
Oh,
so I had to go with the next best thing. I post charity work stuff on there mostly now, I guess, but I post memes and other stuff like that too. Of course, I have a Twitch, Deputy7. If you want to check that out,
oh my
that'd
God!
be awesome.
Hold on. There's an ad break going on right now.
Oh my goodness.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I got
dude?
Mike Wazowski'd. That's what that was. They blocked me. They blocked me out.
I hate it, and I hate how OBS doesn't have anything telling you that. I tried.
There is on the browser, not on OBS sadly,
Yeah,
but on the
but, like,
browser
I don't
it
wanna
gives you like
have-
a warning.
I don't want
You can push
crap.
back ads, I think, like by a minute.
Okay, that makes sense. Ads are-
Yeah, I
okay.
totally got Mike Wazowski. My whole the whole chat is just like
That sucks. It'll be in the YouTube video.
It would be in the
So-
video. Yeah, we'll just edit everything else out. Yeah.
So
YouTube,
Twitch, if you're watching
Twitch,
this,
W7.
if you're watching this, Twitch, fix your shit.
Yeah.
Ping your,
And if you're watching this,
yeah,
Twitch, can I have partnered, please? How did?
me too.
Can I have? Yeah. That's. Yeah,
Me too,
mostly
and
me.
I will get a Dr. Pepper sponsorship too. That's gonna happen.
I would like one of those. Yeah, that'd be great. I'll have a Pepsi sponsorship just to combat you. I don't actually like Pepsi. I'm from the south.
There you go. You can't get it now.
I'm from the south.
You said
can't
you
get
don't like Pepsi.
Frick.
You shouldn't have said that on stream, dude. I love Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite
I
drink.
love root beer. I'm also smiling. You can't see it. I like root beer.
Root beer's great. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of A Night With. There will be a second part coming out soon. Thank you, Deputy7, for coming in. Thank you for everybody in
Bye-bye.
the chat. Bye-bye. Very special thank you to my Patreon founders, Kamalo and Gibby the Gangoo.